Hey everyone, it's Stefan. Welcome to my 2023 video. So, this is from my fans. I just want to let them know about what are my goals for 23. Now, I'm not quite sure how to tell you this, but my goals are actually quite difficult this year. So this year is going to be more about the new websites I'm going to be working on. I might not work on them straight away this year, but I am working on the new game as well. Can't talk too much about it, but the game company will be called RuneScape. And the game itself is about... it'll be a secret revealed, because I don't want to reveal it yet. I'm working on a new blog for the game with artwork. The game's design and stuff has mostly been worked out. I'm just thinking of new weapons, designing weapons as well. You know, to keep the player safe in the game. The game will have... The game it has a life sim component. I'm going to read some of the game to you as well, because I do have to do a presentation this week on the game, which will be on the new YouTube channel. If you're interested in the new channel, please let us know. The game, I don't want to reveal the game name yet because of the fact that I don't like to reveal things too soon. But I've got the game name. I'll talk a little bit about it. The core idea of the game is, firstly, I want the player to learn about reality, be able to build their own character with the game. The player has a lot to learn while playing the game, and the game has a lot to learn about the player. It's like the Swiss Army knife of games. Or as I only like to hear about, the Anarchist Cookbook, but for gamers and only about gaming. The gamer's game. These characters, which the player will get to know. The player may create their own stories. It's about finding interesting locations which are inspired by locations found today. Now, what are these locations? Well, these are actually going to be a surprise. The game's manifesto is to bring back offline living for gamers. So, you know, back in the old days when you just play on PlayStation, you know, we had to play a lot of games back then. So, I think my game, people will stop using social media as much and play the RuneScape game. The RuneScape's game, because it's not, RuneScape's not a game, that's my game company. Let's have a look more. So I was writing something, so the game's got stealth elements in it as well. So let's talk about the mazes. The mazes are interesting because there's going to be a lot of mazes in the game. Now, why though? If the game's set in reality, but the game has the maze is like it's just to make the game more fun. You know, I don't like it when games are all horrible these days and all about survival and stuff. You know, I want there to be actual puzzles and mazes in the game, and there'll be characters with advanced dialogue as well. Now, these advanced dialogues are interesting. So, there's mazes, but what's the story of it? Well, the story's going to be set in about 5 years' time. They don't want you to know about aliens. You know what I'm saying? There's UFOs. People don't look at the UFOs at all, even if it's following them. Not with me. I look up all the time. You know? And that's what I mean, like... And if you did find a UFO, what would you do? You know? Would you tell the police, you know, and go behind bars for, you know, revealing the national security secrets? Yeah, that's what this game's about. But the actual game itself isn't really. That's just one of the edgy sidelines. I don't want to get too edgy because I could be in danger myself, you know. So working on a game, designing the mazes, drawing the buildings of the games is tough. I mean, I'll be having to draw a lot. I'll be doing a few months of just learning how to draw. You know, I ask people if they want to be in my game company at the academy, and no one responds to my emails, so I have to learn how to draw again. I'm doing courses. There's a website blog for development, but then there's like going to be an actual website which is going to go alongside the game. You know, if people remember the Runity website with the forum and the quizzes, well, it's going to be like that, but more interactive, and that's what this game's about. It may only start with just a game, until it may only just be the game until the website gets all fully functioning, because if you didn't know, after this year I may actually be leveling up in the academy, which is a big bold step for Defron. Well, it won't be Defron no more, it'll be just Cynthia then, because Defron's like the chain cuffs, really, you know, and Cynthia's the person that's going to be free with the leveled up academy, you know, with this actual game that's actually new. So there's going to be live sim like in The Sims. What I mean by that is there's actual dialogue here. If you say, look, I don't want to work with you, I want to go solo, I want to see what's in the foliage late at night, because there's paranormal stuff, but go too deep in the forest, you will see spacecrafts. Then what will you do? So, you know, now this I was supposed to talk about that cutting edge idea, because, you know, you don't get these kind of things in games, you know. It's all scripted and all fancy. None of that. And that's just one of the aspects of just live sim. What I mean by that is, if your player gets too hungry, what are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? So that's why there's gonna be energy drinks inside of the game. Chocolate. These little edibles, you know, in the game. There's the sanity meter where if your player is being silly, because when I say if your player, but you are the player, aren't you? No, not in RuneScape's games. The RuneScape's games are the future. In RuneScape's games, when the player's being insane, but you thought you were the player, that's because there's other players. What I mean by that is characters come alive, and if characters aren't happy, they will go insane. You know, they'll go insane. So I don't want to reveal all the game, but how do you win the game then? You know, is it just does it go on forever and never? Well, no, there is actually an end game, because you know games have to have an end game. You know, an end. You know, there has to be an end to the game loop. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. I mean, I was gonna get more into the different tunes, but the tune of the death ain't gonna be happening no time soon. If you know, none of this old death and handcuff stuff. And I've just got back from holiday as well. You know, been away, you know. So there you go.